Up next, we had some foreshadowing from Craig's Cards 11 during Marty's submission. Going to see some more Coulson in this show. So here we go. It's time for the one, the only, the debut of Craig's Cards 11. You all know him. Here he is on the Sports Card Strategy Show and Tell. Craig, take it away.
Hello, everyone. This is Craig Hutton, better known as Craig's Cards 11 on the Sports Card Strategy Show. The first submission here for the show and tell. Definitely been on the Bowman prospect rabbit hole here the latter part of the summer. So wanted to show you what's in my latest submission to PSA. Some of the names I've been targeting here lately are Ryan Clifford, who was involved in the Justin Verlander trade, Roman Anthony. Got some Matt McLain, who I think is definitely already in the majors and having a good season for the Reds. He's going to be batting next to Ellie De La Cruz, who I have a bunch of cards at PSA right now with. So my actual strategy is finding sellers who don't really grade much. Where I've been successful is I found a couple of guys that were within a 2-hour drive. I found them online that were in a bunch of Bowman breaks the last couple of years. And we've been able to work out some really good discounted lot deals because I can pay in cash and we don't have to worry about fees on eBay or anything like that. So another strategy to look for is sellers on eBay who don't have many listed graded cards. You got to watch out for some people that just, will crack out 8s and 9s and list raw on eBay. So here next are some of the guys that I've been submitting to PSA here lately.
Craig, phenomenal strategy. Connor, listen up. I know you're in the studio right now and you're taking notes about what to clip, but right there, Craig's strategy, that is an amazing clip for our YouTube channel and for our other socials in terms of how to make money flipping sports cards, finding sellers that don't have many graded cards listed is an indicator that there's opportunity because maybe they don't know who the player is enough to get them graded. On the other side, it could be that particular card, they've already pre-screened it and it's not going to be good enough to be graded. But to Craig's point, also another strategy, finding people who have been in many Bowman breaks throughout the last several years and don't really know what to do with the cards and have not graded them yet. Finding sellers on eBay who have a lot of Bowman baseball cards ungraded listed could be the first indicator to then go find those people. And if you reach out to them in the eBay messaging, and then you can find them on social media and get better deals like Craig's talking about, it's not always a linear path, but it could be sometimes one or the other that leads you to a good deal. And so Chad, I knew would pop into this. So thank you, Chad, for popping in. He said, always, always, always look at other cards listed on eBay. Do not buy raw cards from someone with a bunch of graded cards for sale. I'm glad that Chad said this because Chad has said this a lot, but you can't say it enough. And this is Chad's thing. It's like, to Craig's point, if you find raw cards from a seller who only lists raw cards, you're typically pretty safe. But to Chad's point, if you find raw cards from a seller who mostly lists graded cards, that could be an indicator that that person cracked that card out of a low grade and then listed it raw to try and profit even more. So Janelle Shue says, great info, Chad. I've been interested in raw, but have a lot of concerns. And Craig, before we let you continue on your submission, again, I'm only pausing you, Craig, because it's such an amazing strategy. He says, some are just uncomfortable sending to PSA. That was me during the early days. So good stuff. Really appreciate it. Craig, let's see who you're submitting to PSA.